Hey, we are going live and we're going to be predicting every game for the NCAA tournament. It's going to be it's going to be tough to predict this year. I don't even know who won today because in Canada, we don't even get the play-in games anymore. We used to get the play-in games, to watch or whatever, but I'm like TSN, our sports channels, they don't telecast them anymore. I think they lost the rights or something, and no idea why. But we're going to predict the 2023 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship. Like I said, it's going to be tough because I don't know. I don't know. I just know that a lot of teams have been, they're up and down. I'm like, there's a lot of parity in this league. And I'm not sure who's going to – I don't have like a favorite right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the one side of the bracket, first round, and then I'll start the second round, and I'll do the third round, fourth round, fifth round until we get to the national championship game, and then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing for that side. Like I said, I think Texas A&M won the first play-in game. I'm not sure who won between Mississippi State and Pittsburgh. I think F. Dickinson beat Texas Southern today. I'm not sure who won between Nevada and Arizona State. So I don't know. We'll just have to, We'll just go with the flow. Actually, I guess I could probably find out who won. Actually, and that might be half the battle right there. All right, so let's go to And if anybody wants to predict with me, comment down who you think is going to win, and I'll write your picks down on this piece of paper, and we can go head to head. All right, let's see who won NCAA play-in. Oh, let's see who won. Okay, why is it not searching? What are you doing? I have no idea why it's not searching. Okay. NCAA basketball. Okay, that should take us to the... Okay, so right now, Arizona State is up 79-60. So it looks like Arizona State will go on, being up by 19. Tomorrow at 7:10 p.m., we have Duke versus Oral Roberts. That will be a good game. That'll be one of the games that we're going to be predicting down below. But let's... Okay, where is the playing game scores? Why can't I find it? It should not be that hard. Okay, so Texas A&M won 75-71. We got Pittsburgh beating Mississippi State 60-59. We had FDU, so Dickinson won 84-61, and I'm like 81-60 for Arizona State. So I'm pretty sure Arizona State will be winning that. All right, so let's start off with the very first game of this bracket, and we have got Alabama versus I guess it would be Texas A&M. Texas A&M CC. Alabama is obviously the number one seed. Texas A&M is the number 16 seed. I'm going to go with Alabama as winning that game. It's very unlikely that number one team loses. One number one team actually lost in the first round, but it does not happen often at all. All right, the second game is the number 8 seed Maryland. They were 21 wins, 12 losses versus the number 9 team West Virginia, who is 19-14. I'm going to be picking the number 9 team West Virginia here. So West Virginia. All right. The next matchups, the number 5 seed San Diego State versus number 12 Charleston. Charleston was 31-3. San Diego State was 27-6. I'm going to. I'm still no big upsets yet. I'm still going with San Diego State. Virginia 25-7 versus Furman 27-7. I'm going to go with the number 4 seed Virginia as winning that one. We got Creighton versus North Carolina State. Creighton is 6, North Carolina State is 11. Probably my first big upset is going to be NC State winning this bout. Next one's Baylor, number 3 versus the number 14 UCSB. I'm going to pick Baylor to win this one. I have a good feeling Baylor will make a little bit of a run. We'll see. We'll see how far they go, though. We have Missouri, number 7 versus Utah State at number 10. I'm going to go with Missouri as the number 7 seed, and then we got Arizona, number 2 versus Princeton, number 50. 50. I'm going to go with Arizona to win that. All right, so I'm just going to keep going down this one. We got Purdue versus Texas Southern. No, they lost to Dickinson. Purdue's going to win. Purdue's the number 1 seed. Purdue and Bama, I think, are probably the 2 favorites, but you just never know who's going to end up winning. We got Memphis versus Florida Atlantic. I'm going to go with the number 8 seed Memphis in this one. Duke versus Oral Roberts. I'm going with Duke all the way. We got Tennessee, not all the way, just for that game. Tennessee versus Louisiana. I'm going to pick Tennessee. Kentucky versus Providence. This one's, I don't know. This is probably the toughest one so far. I could see Kentucky winning it. They're not a great team, but they're not as bad as they were at the start of the year. So I don't know if that's going to be an upset one or not. I'm going to go. I'm going to say Kentucky wins. There won't be a big upset there, I don't think. Kentucky wins. Kansas State versus Montana. I'm going to go with Kansas State. Kansas State is the number 3 seed. We got Michigan State versus USC. I see USC pulling this out, so I'm going to actually pick the number 10 seed USC over the number 7 Michigan State. And Marquette will beat Vermont, the number 15 seed. So the number 2 seed going on. All right, so going to the second round, we got Alabama versus West Virginia. I think Alabama will keep rolling into next week. So Alabama to win that one. San Diego versus Virginia. San Diego State versus Virginia. I think Virginia is going to end up winning this one. Then we have NC State versus Baylor. I believe Baylor will beat NC State. And then Missouri versus Arizona. I think Arizona will barely get through that one. Purdue, the number 1 team to beat Memphis. I have Duke beating Tennessee. I have Kentucky beating Kansas State. I think Kentucky might make a little run. Marquette will beat USC. All right, so third round, we have Alabama versus Virginia. I'm going to pick Alabama to win this one. And then I have Baylor to beat Arizona. I think Baylor will we'll get to the semis there. And then Purdue versus Duke. I have a tough one with this one. I don't know. I get Purdue will beat Duke, and then Marquette will beat Kentucky. But then I have Alabama losing now. I've Baylor beating Alabama, And then I have Purdue beating Marquette. All right, I'll go to the opposite side. I'll go the west side. So just a recap. In the first round, Alabama, West Virginia, San Diego State, Virginia, NC State, Baylor, Missouri, Arizona. And then we have Purdue, Memphis, Duke, Tennessee, Kentucky, Kansas, USC, Marquette, all going to the second round. Then we have Alabama, Virginia, Baylor, Arizona, Purdue, Duke, Kentucky, and Marquette going into the third round. Then we have Bama, Baylor in the South Division, Purdue versus Marquette in the East. And then I have Baylor beating Alabama, and I have Purdue beating Marquette. And then have I picked it yet? I think Baylor is going to go into the national championship game. All right, so Baylor Purdue will be one part of the Final Four. All right, on the opposite side, we have Houston versus Northern Kentucky. Houston number 1 probably will win. Then we have Iowa versus Auburn. Iowa's 8, Auburn's 9. I'm gonna pick Auburn to win that one. Then we have Miami of Florida versus Drake. Miami, Florida's 5. I'm going to have Miami win. Then we have Indiana versus Kent State. Kent State always makes a run in these, right? Will they beat Indiana? Kent State's 13, Indiana's 4. Will this be the shocker? Let's go Kent State there. Then we have Iowa State versus Pittsburgh. I'm gonna have Pitt actually go on. I find one of those teams in the play-in games, they get on a little roll after winning that game, and they could go 1 or 2 rounds into the tournament. We have Xavier versus Kennesaw State. I'm gonna pick Xavier to win. Xavier is the number 3 seed. Texas A&M versus Penn State. Texas A&M 7, Penn State's 10. I'm going to pick Penn State to go on. Then we have Texas versus Colgate. Texas is the number 2 team, so obviously I'm going to go with the Texas team. Then in the West, we have Kansas versus Howard. I'm going to pick Kansas. Kansas is the number 1 seed. I don't trust Kansas, though, at all. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Go Kennesaw State Owls. Oh, who were they playing? Kennesaw State. They're playing Xavier, the number 3 team. I had a tough time. I take it Kennesaw State is from Georgia. Are they part of Georgia University, or not far from yours? Nice. Are they a good team? Will they go on through? Will they get on to the second round? That's a big ask. I guess. They would be playing Xavier. That's a big ask for a 14 team to beat a 3 team. It has happened before, but. First time, I was going to say, I don't remember saying their name that often in these tournaments. So that's awesome. And the thing is, at the bottom of it, it's a great accomplishment just to get in. The one thing I don't understand is why they have the 16 teams get in, and but then the other game is the 11 seed. I'm like, you would think that an 11 seed would automatically. If you were 2 11 teams, I'd be kind of ticked, because should you not be a 12 team at that point? Like, I don't understand why that's a play-in game. But they were NAIA a few years ago. No, that must be the group below. So we have Kansas winning. Arkansas State versus Illinois. I think Illinois will win. Illinois is the number 9 team, and Arkansas is the 8. We have St. Mary's versus VCU. St. Mary's is 5. VCU is 12. I could see this one being an upset. So I'm gonna pick VCU in this one. UConn versus Iona. I was tempted of taking Iona in this as well, but I think UConn will come out on top. TCU versus Arizona State, because I believe they're winning right now. But I don't know. Will Arizona State have enough to? I do find that one of those teams in the play-in games, they always make a run, or at least win a first-round matchup. Obviously not the 16 teams, but those 11 teams are pretty dangerous. But I'm gonna stay with TCU there. I have Gonzaga to beat Grand Canyon. Gonzaga. And then we have Northwestern versus Boise. I think Boise State will win. Boise State's the 10 seed, and UCLA will go on to the second round. Okay, so the second round we'll have Houston versus Auburn. There's always a one team that loses somewhere around here. Will it be Houston? I don't think it's going to be Houston, though. They'll go on to next week. Miami versus Kent State. Man. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I can see Miami flopping in this game, whether it's against Kent State or Indiana. I'm gonna pick Miami to win. I find this year's very hard to pick. Everyone I think are contenders, or at least there's like the top contenders, and everyone else is kind of the same. So it's hard. I think it's gonna be hard to pick a perfect bracket. Pitt versus Xavier. I'm gonna actually have Pitt go on into the third round. Then we have Penn State versus Texas. I'm gonna have Texas win that one. And then Kansas versus Illinois. I've been tempted of having Kansas lose this one. I don't believe in Kansas, but hey, Sith Spine Six, how's it going, my friend? You know, we got the shorts have not been there this week, but we still have got over 6,800. I would love to get to 10,000 by at least the end of the summer. I think that's very attainable, and just got to keep going, keep grinding. That's all you got to do. Exactly. As long as there is progress going, that's all you can ask for. And actually, I thank everyone that's in here. Zach and you, Sith, awesome channels, and taking advantage of the shorts and everything like that. So let's keep doing. Yeah, well, exactly. Can't take a day off. I wasn't feeling that well today. I wasn't even gonna go live today. I probably hear my voice. Have a little bit of a cold. I only did one short today. Did I do one or did I do two? I might did two. I think yesterday I only did one. And yesterday I wasn't. I was working, and then I went to the hockey game. But you're 100% right. No days off. You got to just keep going. I'm going to pick Kansas to beat Illinois. I have a feeling I'm going to regret that decision. Now we've got VCU versus UConn. UConn will go on. Gonzaga versus UCLA. All right. So Houston versus Miami. Houston will go on. They'll take on Texas. And then the winner of that will go to the next. Where am I? Okay, and then we have Kansas versus UConn. Like I said, I don't believe in Kansas, so I'm taking UConn to go on. And then I'm going to have Gonzaga beat UCLA. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Houston beats Texas. Yes. Yes, I think Houston does beat Texas, and I'm going to have Gonzaga beat UConn. So my final four right now is it's going to be Baylor, Purdue, Houston, Gonzaga. Like I said, it's going to be a tough one. This might be the year where all the number one teams get in. I don't know. I just find lately it's maybe one or two of the number one teams get in. I don't know. Maybe I made a mistake. I have no idea. Purdue's the number one team. Houston's the number one team. Gonzaga is 3, and I believe Baylor's 3 as well. So I don't have a number 2 team in right now. Obviously I can't because I have them lose. But hey, C&T Collectibles, how's it going? Slamma Jamma approved. There we go. But I do think Baylor's going to beat Purdue, and then Houston's going to beat Gonzaga, and then I think Houston. Do they? Does Houston beat Gonzaga? Baylor versus Houston. Yeah, I'm regretting that Baylor pick right now. I think this is the year where there's going to be 2 number 1 teams in Purdue. It's going to be Purdue versus Houston, and I think Purdue's going to win it all. That's my final. That's my final. Purdue versus Houston. Purdue to win the championship. And but I would not be surprised if Duke makes a huge run and actually beats Purdue at some point. They would meet in the 3rd round, but Duke was good in the Duke was good in the second half of the season. They weren't that impressive in the first part of the season, but yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna live stream some of these. For where I'm going to do my reactions, and I have some the football ones. I had the Bowman football. I actually have a Bowman. I have a Bowman basketball blaster pack that I'm going to open up during a live stream, and we'll watch. I'm pulling for Duke as well. Duke is my team, and that's the hard part of doing this. Is you want to think with your heart. And you want to think, hey, Duke's my team. They're going to go far. But then you see in the 3rd round they play Purdue, and Purdue's a pretty good team. Duke hasn't been that great all season. They came on strong at the end of the season. So yeah, just gotta go with Duke. So I'll just go through the winners. We have Alabama, West Virginia, San Diego State, Virginia, NC State, Baylor, Missouri, Arizona, Purdue, Memphis, Duke, Tennessee, Kentucky, Kansas, USC, Marquette. I don't know about Kentucky either because I don't think Kentucky's that great. I'm a Houston native and Texas fan. Houston is consistently good, right? I'm like, you got to give them respect. I'm going to add you. Collectaholic, how's it going? I'll add as a man. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then the 2nd round, I had Alabama, Virginia going on, Baylor, Arizona going on, Purdue, Duke, Kentucky, Marquette. And then I had Bama going on, Baylor, and then Baylor beating Alabama. Purdue, Marquette going on, Purdue beating Marquette, and then Purdue beating Baylor, which I did change. I did change that one. So I will. At the start of the stream, I did say I was thinking Baylor, but at the end of the day, I thought Purdue. And then I had Houston, Auburn go on, Miami, Kent State, Pittsburgh, Xavier, Penn State, and Texas. Kansas, which I am so on the fence with Kansas. I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if they win the championship, but at the same time, I don't think they make it in the 1st round. They'll make it in the 1st round. 2nd round is going to be the tough one, I think. We have Illinois. We have VCU with the upsets. UConn, TCU, Gonzaga, Boise State, UCLA, all going on to Saturday or Sunday. Then we have Houston going into the second week, Miami going into the second week, Pitt going into the second week. That's going to be it. I find one of those 11 teams, they do go on a little bit. Texas, they have all the momentum. Texas going on. Then we have Kansas. Like I said, I'm very iffy on Kansas. Kansas, UConn, Gonzaga, UCLA. Then we had Houston, Texas, UConn, and Gonzaga. Houston and Gonzaga. So Houston, Gonzaga, Baylor, Purdue in the Final Four. Purdue versus Houston, and then Purdue win the championship. It should be an interesting tournament. I'm super pumped. It's always fun to watch the NCAA championship. This tournament is the tournaments. It's something that football can't replicate because it's a total two different sports. But I think football needs some sort of national championship tournament as well. That's not top 4. It has to be, I say, top 8 to 12. Hopefully that changes very soon. Collectaholic, I know nothing but college basketball. Hope you guys win some money. I am in a couple of NCAA pools. I've never won one. I've never been close to a perfect bracket. I'm not saying I'm a pro at this, but hopefully. Zach's, of course, going for a 3-peat in 2023. I'm excited for the college football season already, and I'm like, we're still 8 months away. I'm like, come on, let's get to NCAA football. But I know, Sean, happy birthday, Sean. I did not see what you got in that hobby box, but I hope that you got something big out of that one. Last time I was in the brackets, I won and didn't know much of it. That's usually how it goes. Usually it's the people that don't know what's going on. And the thing is, they don't even look at the numbers. They just look at the teams and they just pick. I'm like a couple, like Furman I could easily see Furman beating Virginia, but in your head you'd think the number 4 team should win, right? Usually the number, so normally the 16 team doesn't win, the 15 team doesn't win, and the 14 team does win. But you can't say because number 1 team has lost to a 16 team in the first round. Number 2s have lost in the first round, and number 3s have lost in the first round. So you just never know. Thank you. The jumbo was huge. Daryl Strawberry auto of 20. That is huge. That's an awesome card. I'll have to go back and see that one getting pulled. That's a pretty sweet card. First time in a while. Yes, North Carolina is not there. Like first time in a while for North Carolina. Actually, I'm surprised. I'm like, at one point in the season, I'm like, Kentucky was struggling. They were lucky that they got in. They're a 6th seed now. Duke was struggling, and they got in. They're the number 5 seed. But at the start of the year, I'm like, you had like North Carolina not doing good, Kentucky not doing good, Duke having no idea what they're doing. And who was it? Was North Carolina? They were ranked. They were like a preseason. North Carolina declined an NIT bid. Yes. What was it? North Carolina that was ranked in the top 5 or something like that, and actually never made it, preseason ranked top 5 and never made it. I forget. There was a team that was preseason. They might have even been number 1, and they actually didn't make the whole tournament. But yeah, should be an interesting. Did they? Yeah, something I heard something about the players voted not to get an NIT bid. Is I think from the story that's going around. Not really sure, but hey, Texas Hockey Cards, how's it going? Go check out Texas Hockey Cards. I don't know. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing live streams. And the last one I saw was like part 5 of sleeving up Coyote cards. I don't know how you can do 5 parts of sleeving up Coyote cards. I didn't know that there was even that many Coyote cards out there in the universe, but there is. But Totally joking around. Go check out Texas Hockey Cards. Awesome dude. He does some great lives. And, very much, you could talk to the guy. Had some awesome stories. Go check him out. But yeah, I don't know. Who do you guys have winning this tournament? For those that are know a little bit about NCAA basketball, who is your pick to win? Is your pick one of the number ones? Am I Kansas? Am I wrong about Kansas? I just remember 1 week. It was only 1 weekend I saw them. Kansas played Kansas State. They lost. Then they played either Iowa or Iowa State, and they lost. Then they played a third game. I forget who. It might have been like an Indiana or something like that. They lost. I'm like, they had lost 3 games in a row. I like your pick, Zach. I like your pick. I'd love to see Duke win it, and I hope that you're right. But if you're right, that means I'm wrong. It means I'm wrong big time. I gotta recheck my my brackets, but because they will play in the third round. Yeah. So that is the 1 week or a week and a half that I remember watching Kansas and being like, oh, they're such a great team. I think they went from a 2-ranked team to like 15 or 16 by the end of that week and a half. Obviously, they have come back and they're doing pretty decent. I just don't trust them. 27-7. I saw 3 of those losses, and they did not. They had one player, but that's all you need in basketball. Really, is one player, and you can be really good. Would like to see Kennesaw State win one and Alabama lose. Yeah, I was gonna say you would love to see Alabama lose. I guess. Jay, how's it going, my friend? Neil Collex is in the house. Go check out Neil Collex. He does some awesome videos. He does some awesome ideas. He has like the YouTube awards going on. That's going to be going on this year. He's got like top 10 questions. And right now he's on part 4. I've not done it yet, but I'm going to. If I had those 10 questions right now, I'd probably answer them right now, but I don't have them. He has a 1,000. He has a road to 1,000 giveaway going on, which is awesome. I already finished my brackets anyway. Better go to bed. Do you want me to be on stream on Friday or only battle people? I will talk to you. I'm not sure about Friday, but we will chat about Friday and going forward. Will, who do you have winning? If you just did your brackets, who's in your final 4? You don't have to go through your entire tournament, but who do you have in your final 4? Did you go all number ones? Did you go Bama, Purdue, Houston, and Kansas? In 1969, Drake played UCLA in the semis. The best team didn't win that year. UCLA did. Drake. I'm like, Drake is always in the tournaments, and they do give teams fits. I don't even know where Drake is, to tell you the truth. I'm like, you have Purdue, Houston, UCLA, and Alabama. Okay, so who do you have in your final 2? So you would have Bama versus Purdue, and you would have Houston versus UCLA, the number 2 seed. Krubby the Beagle, hey, how's it going, my friend? Purdue, UCLA final. Purdue wins. Also, so we actually have the same team winning. I have Purdue, Houston in the finals. You have Purdue, UCLA. And I have UCLA losing to Gonzaga back in the third round. So we're kind of on the same page. And we'll see if that's a good page of the book or if it's a bad page of the book. We'll see. Go check out Krubby the Beagle. Yeah, Yeah, Drake is a small college in Iowa. Check the game out. Let's see. When Drake plays Miami, Florida. Okay, so I end up having Miami win, but I thought about that long and hard because I was always like, Drake is always a team that's in it, and I was like, do they beat Miami? Can they beat Miami? Ended up having Miami win. But yeah, I was like, I was actually thinking of putting Drake in there. Brian Basketballs, I think Alabama's going to win it all, but I hope Kansas. Oh, God is great. Hello from the Rising Sun, Japan. Hey, how's it going, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Tot Toot. Oh, we're going a little different, Brian Basketballs. We're going a little Tot Toot today. Tot Toot to Sean. Wish Sean a happy birthday. He was in Diamond Princess's live stream. He had a hobby box and he hit a huge number at a 25 Darryl Strawberry autograph, which is pretty cool. Yeah, just saying. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Gonna be a sweet card coming Sean's way for sure. So Brian, you have Alabama winning and Kansas. I'm like, I was just talking about Kansas. I'm like, I don't believe in Kansas. So I just don't know. I'm like, I have Kansas winning the first couple rounds, and then I actually have them losing next Thursday or Friday, whatever day that they would play. So I have my top four. My final four is Baylor from the South, Purdue from the East, Houston from the Midwest, and Gonzaga from the West. I have Purdue versus Houston in the championship game. Purdue winning, and if I was going to put a point total, I'd probably put like 145. Probably 145 is a good point total. Oh, Tony's Diecast Customs, how's it going? Go check out Tony's Diecast Customs. He does some amazing shorts as well. A lot of these channels in here, they are. I'm like, shorts is the future of YouTube. It's the future of it's a good way to get subs and everything like that. And it's all about the grind. And sometimes sometimes you got to do some live streams. Sometimes you have to do shorts, and sometimes you do regular videos. My shorts this week have not done that well, but I'm out. Have a good night there, Sean. Hope that you have a good rest of the night. Working on a Paw Patrol short. Paw Patrol. Okay, seriously, Paw Patrol shorts. They do hit. I'm like, we have tons of Paw Patrols. I don't know if I can even, with twins or whatever. I'm like, with 4-year-old twins, we have a ton of Paw Patrols. I don't think any is out right now. I can't get any, but I'm like, I'd say 80% of those will get 2,000 plus views. I'm like, which is like insane. Neil, awesome mail day for Brother Boyd. Oh, I think I missed that one. I'll have to check out that mail day. But also, I find all you have to do is go to like a store. I actually have a funny story. I did it at Walmart where I did some Mario, I just filmed some Mario stuff. Ended up picking up some cards as well. So I'm on the way out, and I hear like the person saying something like, "Oh, he has cards," and I'm like, did they like see me and they were coming to see what I was doing with like filming or something like that? And I ignored it. I went straight to the cash, or it's like not even the cash anymore. It's like the do it yourself type of thing. And I saw someone like walking quickly this way, and I looked. I'm like, oh, I guess I came in at the right time. I'm like, all I was doing was filming. I wasn't stealing anything. But I did a Batman, Hot Wheels, and Superman one tonight. I did a Hot Wheels one of those mystery bags. It did not do well. It did not do well, but I'm not. They cost $1.25, and I will continue doing those until they hit, because $1.25 is a lot cheaper than $30-$40 for a pack for a box of cards. So, sorry, let's work on Paw Patrol. Yeah, toot brother Brian. Batman. The Batman. So, was it like just one of the Batman characters that you did? Superman one would be awesome. Glad the guy with the camera phone. Yeah, I agree. Grab the guy with exactly right. Grab the guy with the camera phone. I'm like, I never saw it before, and I was kind of like, and then I want to say, I heard someone else say something, and I was just like, what? Like, come on. There's no way that they would have saw me. Like, the camera is so. I was on the opposite side. The camera they have a camera for some reason that goes towards the cards. So I don't do it around the cards or whatever, just because of that. But I was on the opposite side, and I'm like, there's no way. Buy one, get one free Batman action figures at Dollar General. Oh, that's cool. Who is it? Trav the Shipping Guru. He's doing Naruto cards. I have no idea. I have no idea what they are. They seem to be doing well. So I went to my dollar store, and they had like Naruto characters with like 3 cards in the back. And I was like, you know what? For $4, I have no idea what these things are. And I'm going to pick one up, and I'm going to start it. I agree, brother David. Price for Hot Wheels has gone up. Thinking of collecting Pokemon cards. No. They're actually called like Naruto. I think Narurto or something like that. I want to find Mario cards just because I don't think anyone can replicate what Sith is doing, because like Sith is just hitting it out of the ballpark with those Mario cards, and I do find like some of my Mario stuff does do well, but I just I could just see getting a box of those Mario cards, and they do like half of what Sith does. I'm like, his just hits it at the ballpark every time. I live in a small town. Nobody cares if you film at my Walmart. I can go live. You could probably, exactly. You probably go live at the Walmart. Why has Zach not left the Walmart in the last 3 days? Because Walmart has pop. They have food. They have cards. I'm like, they have everything that you need to live. Like, we should all just live in a Walmart and just film it. Mario cards are fire, yes. And I would love to find some. And does anyone know, are they doing any Mario cards for the actual movie that's coming out? Because I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. I'm like, I would probably buy some Super Mario movie cards, because the movie does look like fire as well. I'm like, I am super excited for the movie. I seen some Mario cards at a retro game store. They had Batman and a load other. I'm like, the old Batman cards, those were pretty cool. That's awesome that you saw them at an actual store, because I think Sith has had to order his from eBay or whatever. So I'd snatch those Mario cards up, buy the whole box. Yeah, you'll probably gain like 2,000 subscribers in like a month. Like, that's how huge it is. Stoked for that movie. I'm like, I've been stoked for that movie since I heard about it, like 8 months ago. I think it's gonna be good. I've been trying to buy a box of South Park. Watch them go from $125 a box to the last box sold for $225. Oh my goodness gracious, that is insane. $225. Target has the Mario figures for the movie. I did a Mario short, and yes, yeah, exactly. I think I did see those. My Walmart. So the one. So we have two Walmarts. The one that doesn't check me. They they had like one, and I forgot to bring my camera in. I was so ticked. I was like, oh my god, I don't even have my camera. My camera's in the car. I'm like, and so then I was like, do I go get go get my phone, then come back in? And I was like, no, I don't want to look suspicious, so I won't. I'm like, I'll catch another one. But I'm like, they had one figure, and it was the I think it was a mushroom or something like that. I'm like, the one figure. Oh, crazy prices for South Park. That is insane. Only 4 total cards graded a PSA, none sold. Oh, for the South Park, why are they selling for $225? But if you bought that box and just put it on your YouTube channel as shorts every day, you would probably make a mint. You'd probably get 2,000 subscribers, millions of views. I see one pack of cards graded for $500. Wow. Hey, Renslow, how's it going, my friend? Please check out Renslow. Awesome channel. That was what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. 225 is a lot, though. But no, those would be pretty cool shorts for sure. They only made those cards for 1 year. Oh wow! So there can't be that many of them. Or if it was in the 90s, they probably have a whole whack of them somewhere. Yeah, I never even thought of looking for South Park cards. That's insane. So I'm having troubles finding people to battle on Friday. So if anyone out there wants to battle on Friday, put your hat in the ring. I can get you. I can get you in, and I believe Gargoyles, the series, was the same. That's insane. Gargoyles having cards. I'm like, I guess there was cards for absolutely everything back in the day. Absolutely everything. So if anyone wants to battle, we could set you up with a battle. I know Zach's collections will probably be coming out. I think Cole was going to come out, but because it's St. Paddy's Day, I don't think he can. 6G might be coming out. I'm not 100% positive. So if anybody's interested, the CBE is looking for you. Right on 90 Love. Exactly. like they made cards for absolutely everything back in the day. What do you have to do to battle? Hey, if you want to battle, I can set you up with something with another channel. We're going to do it live here. So basically just whatever you can get, like whatever, it can be a pack of cards. It could be a hanger box, could be whatever. It can be whatever, baseball, basketball, whatever you two can find. I have a Series 1, this year's Series 1 hanger box. So if you can grab a Series 1 hanger box, I can definitely battle you with that. Just open some cards. Awesome, bro. Okay, what did you open? What did you open, Tony? Yeah, I have two hanger boxes of Series 1. I'm hoping to have this. I haven't been feeling that well the last couple of days, so I kind of have the point system where I want it. It's going to be a universal point system. Oh, Chronicles basketball. That's pretty cool. I like Chronicles basketball. I have the Bowman. So the Bowman football that I opened up. I do have a Bowman basketball, but I'm trying to keep that for one of the live streams where I do the where I'm watching the tournament, and hopefully open up a couple packs during the game. Was going to make an episode, but nothing good. Hey, still make an episode, or just make a short of the big cards that you got, right? Like just show the box, whatever, and then just any good rooks or whatever that you got, 20, 30 seconds, show them off, and who knows? I find basketball. Some of my hoops. I was doing a short for the hoops, and they were doing pretty good. Not as good as Mario. Mario just knocks it out of the park. Not as good as Paw Patrol. It knocks it out of the park. It's insane. It's insane. I'm like, how does Paw Patrol? I should show you. Tony, stay there. So a sneak peek for one of my shorts tomorrow. We are going to be opening up this Mario Kart. Actually, it's already been opened up because I've already done it. So there's the Mario. And it's Princess Peach. So let's take a look. See, I'm like, I'm into cars now, man. Like goodness gracious. Now the thing is, I do find that these are a little cheaper, so I don't mind. I think the Mario Kart ones are $350 or $450, so probably more expensive here in Canada. But yeah, so I opened this one. I'm not sure if you saw my other one. I opened up a Bowser. Actually, let's see if I can find that one. I couldn't find the Bowser one, but the Bowser one was awesome. I'm like, it had Bowser instead, right, in a different car, but I'm like, the wings like came out to like here. I'm like, it was a sweet looking car. I've got Bounce Dave. Good seeing you again. Toot, take care. Yes, Brian, we'll see you. Hopefully we see you Friday if you're on. And yeah, so Alabama. So Brian's picking Alabama to win it all. Not a popular choice because Alabama wins everything lately, it seems like. So, well, George has been winning. So I guess Alabama needs to win to get some sort of Saturday Night Live night. Oh, are you doing it? Oh, yes. Okay. So yeah, Brian Basketball is doing a live on Saturday night. From 9:15 to 10. Then Spine Ticks is right after that. And then we have Sensei Domino at like 2 o'clock. Like we have CBS shows, like the regular shows. That's Brian. And then we have like the late show, like David Letterman. That would be my boy Sith. And then we have like the late show, which is my boy Sensei, who's here right now. Did you hear your name, Sensei? Is that what happened here? But Sensei Domino's his live stream, or his, I guess it's not a live stream. He does a premiere, which is like usually 45 minutes. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like it's late. I'm not Pacific. I'm East Coast, or not East. I'm not even East Coast. I don't even know why I said East Coast. I'm Eastern time zone, and not on the East Coast though. We're in Ontario, so we're not even close to the ocean. So we are an hour and a half away from Toronto. You did do a live one. Okay, you should do a live every time since I domino. That's what I want to see. I want to see a live every time. 2 o'clock in the morning. I guess it's only 11 o'clock your time, so it's nothing. It's nothing. I've waited for. Oh, since a domino, yes. Who is your pick? I'll just go with my final four. Final four, I have Baylor coming out of the South, Purdue coming out of the East, Houston coming out of the Midwest, and Gonzaga coming out of the West. I have Purdue versus Houston, and then I have Purdue winning with the points being at 145 points. Who do you have, Sensei Domino, in the March Madness? Who's your final four? Have you looked at the brackets yet? I can tell you who's in the brackets. Probably can't read it, but I can tell you. I haven't had a chance to check any brackets, but Alabama and Houston. So yes, so that's possible because Alabama's in the South. So basically, the number one teams, you have Alabama in the South, Purdue in the East, Houston in the Midwest, and Kansas in the West. The Midwest and West would face off against each other in the one semifinals, I guess. And then the South and East would face off in the other ones. So, so I have Purdue and Houston. I'm hoping Alabama, because Alabama wins everything, and we cannot have Alabama win everything. They're going to think that they're, God's gift to humanity, and I just don't want that to happen. But it's I'm on record already. Brian's already on record for Alabama. But yeah, for just saying Alabama versus Houston, I like it. I respect it. And I don't know. We'll see who wins. So since I'm not sure if you saw it, but I'll give you a sneak peek of a short that I did for tomorrow. So this is the Mario Kart. So it's the Hot Wheels Mario Kart line. Of course, we have Princess Peach. And here's the other ones that you can get in the series. And I have to admit, Tony's Diecast Customs, every time I watch his videos, I'm like, oh, and him and Callie, he does the hunts as well. And I'm just like, my goodness gracious. It's a cheaper hobby, I think. So, or at least right now, because I'm new to it or whatever. It's easier to collect than the $50 boxes of cards. My dad went to Houston, so I would choose them to win. Whether they would be favored or not, I don't know. I find that this year is a very tough year to pick. Like I said, like earlier in the live, I was like, Kansas is one of those teams that I remember watching them, and I was all on board with Kansas. I thought they were going to win, and they ended up losing to Kansas State. Then they lost to Iowa State, and then they lost to Iowa, I think it was. It was like 3 games in a row. It was the Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday games. They lost early. They might play on the Friday and they won. I'm not sure, but I do remember 3 out of 3 games or 3 out of 4 games. Oh, good night, Collectaholic. Hope that you have a good night. I saw them lose, and I was all in for Kansas, and I just think they have one player, and the one player I don't think is going to be good enough to win this tournament. I saw that the 12 or maybe it was 9 seeds had a better record than the 1 seeds. Yes, so there was one. So Alabama was 29-5, Purdue was 29-5, Kansas was 27-7. There was one team that's like Gonzaga had 28. They're 28-5. They're a 3 seed. Charleston, it was 31-3, but I'm not sure who Charleston plays against though. That Furman is 27-7. And I think Furman was the one that won their championship, right? UCSB was 27-7. So there's 3 teams right there. Memphis was 26-8. Florida Atlantic was 31-3. Oral Roberts was 30-4. But some of these teams, I'm like, they're very questionable of who their opponents were. So Drake was 27-7. Kent State was 13th seed. They're 28-6. Yeah. Yes, I'm like, there were actually a bunch of teams. Even UCLA in their own division. UCLA is the number 2 team, and Kansas is the 1 team. Kansas was 27-7, and UCLA was 29-5. I don't get that as well. It's early on the West Coast. Oh my goodness gracious! It's 12 o'clock. Yeah, I did start this later because I saw that Stix G was live, so I didn't want to take away from him. But then I was like, I've been feeling well all day. I'm like, I better do it just because I just want to be on for a little bit and then get off. But nowhere near the same competition. Exactly, right? So it's hard to put one of those teams higher, right? But the thing is, some of these teams will. So I was listening to a guy on the college channel, and he was like, in the first couple rounds, you kind of pick like for offense, like if they have a good offense, the chances of the winning is pretty good. Usually the defense doesn't start until like the second, third, fourth rounds. I was planning to go live to show my 1986 top set, but so many lives tonight. Yeah, I know. I was like, Diamond Princess was live. Stix was live. It was insane. And then I'm like, I'll just wait. And then Stix wasn't even done at 10:30, and I was like, oh my god. So I did a couple shorts, and then I'm like, maybe I won't go live tonight. But then I was like, the tournament starts tomorrow. I kind of want to put my picks out there. I don't think anyone was even in my live for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes or stuff like that. And so I was like, I'll just do my picks and see who comes in. And luckily some people came in, which is awesome. Thank you very much. Oh, Rip was live. Okay, I didn't know Rip was live. And Theo. So yeah, I thought Rip was live tomorrow. I didn't realize he was live tonight. But it's 12:03. I think I'm probably going to head off. Are you going to go live, Sensei? He did a box break of 2 2021 SP Legend boxes. Yeah, I saw those boxes. They are expensive. I think they're expensive for everything that you get. Okay. So if you go live, I'll go check out your live for a bit before I head to bed. But we're going to take off. I'm probably going to do some. I'm looking for battles for Friday. Since if you want to come on, if you want to pick up a box or something and battle someone, just mention it. and well, I'd love to have you on. 4 autos, 2 Hall of Famers. Anything good though? Like what? Like I just I don't. I'm not a big fan of the SP. I find you kind of get I invested last year in the SP and it just did not do well for me. I was like it was brutal. But if you want a Sensei, the offer's on the table for you. All right, guys. So until next time, peace out.